It looks like BP is going to be defending first. It didn't seem like they were doing anything overly special with their defense. They were just shutting Zensity out, both of B and then into C. I think Zensity got B the second round after a long hold and tried to assault C and just had no luck. They are going to be having Paul Sizer is going to be running Engineer to start out, and I guess he's just going to go build a gun over at B. Looks like pretty standard out of them so far.
Yeah, the last time I remember Sizer being on Engineer, they built a gun on what's called the platform, the health pack area behind the shed on Gravel Pit B.
That's what he's doing.
And they would rotate it back afterwards. It's just to deny the initial aggression, because most teams like to send in a few players to try and get a medic pick. We saw Mixup did that last night. They did a little bit of a creative way. They had a hard blue on Sniper for some of that. Did some other thing. We'll see what they do tonight, because BP had a chance. We don't know if they did look at the demos, but they could have seen it. They could have scoped out. They could have asked their friends from Fully Torqued, hey, what did Classic Mixup do on this map, and see what happened. But yeah. I would expect that Mixup have enough in their repertoire, as you can see YZ50 on Spy right now, that there will be a unique and interesting strat coming out here for Classic Mixup.
My eyes don't deceive me. He's got a dead Ranger. So that'll be interesting to see if it works out. I'm not sure what he's even disguised as right now. He's just going to go right back in. So he was going to clear any Banny sticky shenanigans. Ruin is staying into spawn, so looks like the push will come back through spawn, which is usually the first question. Do you go through C, or do you take your medic back through those blue spawn B area tunnels? And it looks like that's the choice. Sizer's building all sorts of stuff. He's got the gun on that health pack area. Teleport down for the first big pick there for Harblue, as he is making sure you get the points on the board for the Roamer. It's a fun first part for the Roamer experience on G-Pit, and looks like B should be pushed here in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, but this means that Sugar is now trapped at spawn with no teleporter, and right now Harblue and YZ50 are working hard to keep him in there. Sugar actually going Spy right now, probably just playing a little bit of mind game here. We're going to see the push from the Uber combo through the connector right now. TLR takes control of the shed. The drop's going to come!
Wow.
Manny with the dead had the trap there. Nobody spotted it out. Platinum and TLR go, and they do get the force out late there from Shade. But with Ruin dropping, that means that Mixup will still be behind on Uber.
That could not have gone worse for Mixup. Obviously, Ruin drops his first Uber coming in. Banny is got that ESP, just predicted that the push was going to come out of short. I didn't even see where the stickies were, but they indeed were there, and they indeed took Ruin's life. So now the question is, does Ruin go crits, or do they try to work eventually trying to, because Shay does have an advantage now, obviously, about 15, 20%, 25%. So Mixup's usual play will be kind of push out here and try to poke spam and win a fight. But against BP, I don't know if they can get away with that. So I don't know. They send the suicides in. Looks like already Harblue is out there, but he's not gotten a lot done. There's a scout there following up. Remember, there's a level 3 gun just hanging out back there. Bomb comes in from Platinum, climbed all the way through over the roof, but he gets taken down, and Shade, I don't think, has had a point of damage taken off him yet in this game.
Yeah, Harblue did get air shot there on his initial bomb, dies late though. No force, no medic kill has come out, so Shade has his Uber. We're going to see Uber versus Uber push into B from Mixup here pretty shortly.
Rucker is sniping, so he's got... Ruin's just kind of hanging out in that doorway down there. Shrugger is still in spawn, so it looks like the strat for BP is to have him shoot, clear out that C area, kind of like what Bloodsire did famously last season, and I like that play. But now Mixup's kind of wasting time here. They got to figure out what they're going to do. They do have Harblue running heavy, and if they go right now, it will be a 5v6. But Platt goes down to the Banny trap, and was it the same trap? They went out of short again, but no demo on the push is going to be devastating. They haven't even gotten close to the sentry gun, as my neighbor is going to say hello to everybody, and the push is going to get stalled out. Harblue down. Wow. Mixup looked awful. BP very, very strong so far. I don't know if they've dropped, if Shade's taking a point of damage, or if the gun is even taking a point of damage.
It's a very confusing play here for Mixup. Looks like they're a little bit uncoordinated. Ruin, at the end of that Uber, for example, couldn't find his soldier to heal. Looks like they're just not really aware of each other's position so well. We will see the respawns coming. Ruin did stay alive, made it out to A. They are behind on Uber by a decent amount, though, because they couldn't build. So this will be about a 20% advantage for Shade here. Won't affect things too much. Maybe about 5 to 10 seconds more for the Mixup push, but Shrugger still just at spawn. He's going to get camped in by all 6 of Mixup now, pretty much. Going to go onto the Spy, just play some more mind games. This is a very effective thing for a scout to do, is just bait and troll and switch classes and make sure Ruin's going to die
Ruin
again.
got bombed at C. Was it a bomb in? No, Banny got him with another trap. Wow. So Ruin, I don't think you had Uber quite yet, but My god, Mixup can't get anything started. Harbaloo is trying to snipe out of long, but he's going to get spammed back. BP playing perfect defense so far in this game. And Shrugger is just hanging out in spawn with a Dead Ringer Ambassador having the time of his life, DJC. But wow, Ruin, boy, talking about one of the worst starts to a game we've ever seen out of a top medic. He is all over the place.
Yeah, he is going to be somehow even in Uber here, and I have no idea how, because even though Shade popped early, the double air shot goes on the roof. Probably when tagged in a trade. But yeah, Shade popped there, but it should have still had some kind of advantage. So just a little bit of a misplay maybe from BP that will cost him. TLR has roof control right now. That gun is getting spammed by the demo. But Banny is here. Sentry's going to go down. Sizer eats the sticky as well, but Shrugger is in on the flank. He's looping around. He's on a Ruin. One shot, two shots. The sticky's going to go. Ruin is dead. Nice coordination there. Shrugger on 5 HP on the demo. Gets cleaned up by Enigma. It is 4v4 right now, but heals are alive for BP, and their medic is so close to Uber. Shade on 150. Eats a rocket, pops it instantly. They're going to clean up Mixup here. Lansky is in behind, taking on Enigma. It's 3 alive. Sizer even going to come back as engineer, it looks like, and try to rebuild on B. An aggressive play. He's indecisive, but he is going for it. He believes in himself right now.
Yeah, Platinum is hanging out here waiting to get healed up. He is too low to jump in. I don't know if they see him there, but he's got a sticky trap in there spamming him. Is he going to die? Okay, he's going to actually make it out. I think got an arrow from his friendly medic. He's going to back out here. Looking at Ruin. When do the crits come out, DJC? 3:45 now and counting on the time. All that's left to cap B, and Mixup hasn't even really gotten anywhere near winning this fight, this crucial fight. We've seen so many teams stall out pushing B. And it looks like Mixup's going to try to get in, but Banny's spamming a million damage, but he's going to pay for it. He is going to go down. Big pick for Mixup. Now they need to win this fight somehow. The gun is back up. It is level 2, not 3. It is level 0. Harbaloo takes it down. Mixup has gained possession of that big rock area. Tag does the roamer thing, blows himself up. Uber is popped, so Mixup with a great push so far. Can they somehow keep Ruin alive? He's 10% away from Uber.
Yeah, he's going to stay alive. He's behind the rock, very safe. Shade is getting out. He knows the value of having a medic on C. Cap is not that far gone for Mixup, so they really can't afford the aggressive push here. Harbaloo is in on the Shade, down to 17. Oh, nice surf there. Shade survives, but that means that they weren't healing for a while. Shade's going to be out of this fight even longer. You will see the aggressive heavy coming up. He's going to sit up there, deny every jumper. Sizer back at spawn on the sniper. Going to try and sit there and pick whatever peeks in through whichever door. Combo already coming. Uber pop very early. Sizer will be negated on the sniper. Soldier jumps up. Platinum is taking the bulk of this on the ground. Shrugger down instantly on that heavy. Platinum is going to get up there, but look at this. YZ and TLR already dead. Platinum's doing a ton of damage. We'll hit the double pipe blue on the Tagarung and take him down. Harbaloo cannot make it to the point. They're getting so distracted by Enigma. They do clean him up. Harbaloo is eating the damage. Just Ruin on the point right now. Can he do this? Scout is up the crossbow. The Uber saw. Will he hit a second? The Scout fell off. They're going to cap this, aren't they? Oh my god!
Wow.
643. A round that had 4 failed pushes and it is salvaged by a first attempt onto C victory. That was fantastic.
I was going to comment that Mixup, if they had any plans of winning this round, they needed to turn that push over. They needed to get it right there. Uber versus no Uber. Platinum with a great Uber push. Stayed alive, hit pipes all over the place. Duck down tag. Shade and company never could get up there and try to deny the point. It was that Scout bricked. I'm not sure if it was Paul or Shrugger. I think it was Shrugger.
Based off of the chat reaction, it was Sizer.
Okay, it was
because
Sizer,
it exploded in a sea of hatred.
Yeah.
That's the way that Twitch chats work. One moment they're in love with you. They loved Sizer's his weird glitched out engineer runner around. Then Spencer makes one mistake and instantly the racism comes out from our chat. I see plenty of Browns in there.
It's alright. Well, he lives it. Like, he talks about it all the time. Calls himself Brown, so... 6:43, man, not that bad of a time, considering how one-sided that game was for the first, like, 6 minutes of it. Like, they turned it around and then won instantly, so it's about as good as they could hope for Mixup. So looking at their defensive setup, there is an NG Enigma, is patented NG Troll NG here onto B, and the gun is in a weird sort of spot, kind of behind the point towards C, probably still trying to deny jumpers, as they're going to go crawl out towards A, going to look for Shade. He is still in spawn, shooting arrows at people. So, again, we don't know where that's going to go. Play on to B. Tagarung got pinned into the ceiling by a level 2 gun. Interesting that it was only level 2. I guess that is more effective at pushing away jumpers as it did to Tag, as we do have a lag or a pause.
Can't quite tell, but yeah, if you leave your sentry gun at level 2, it does shoot a little bit faster. You lose the benefit of rockets, but they're not really going to hit people jumping through the sky. It is a design play that Enigma does. I've seen him do it a few times. He also has some other creative engineer spots that we will hopefully see at later points in this game. And yeah, this is a pause in the server here, not lag, so we'll just be waiting patiently to see what happens.
Yeah, never good to have a pause in our game at all, but on G-Pit it's really scary because, like we talked about in the pregame with Fragile, any mistake is completely magnified, or it can be completely magnified on this map if it's like, say, a medic who drops Uber that is going to, I'm getting word from Harbaloo as I say that getting DDoSed, FYI. That's why we're paused.
Enigma told me the server was going a little bit crazy, so they paused to help clear it up and see what happens.
Yeah, that's not good. If you're DDoSing TF2, you need to get a hobby, nerd. All right, go DDoS some CS:GO stream or League of Legends stream as we are unpaused here. We're still going to see how BP elects to push this. Hopefully, any shenanigans are going to stop shenaniganing, and we can have ourselves a game. And Shade is thinking about coming down. He is going to join his team, and kind of a mirror of last game, they're going to push out of this connector towards what we call short, or Sunside on B. And Platinum and company are ready for him. Actually, Tyler's right there, holding above where they're going to push out. Actually, are they going to? Looks like they're not really sure.
Teleporter is going to go down here. Lansky was just waiting for some buffs to go on the other classes. He is moving in. Jumps the soldier instantly. Air shot attempt's going to go, but TLR gets knocked down. No pocket here for Mixup, and the flank is in position for BP. Two players going to move in through that catwalk area. Platinum taking a ton of damage, lots of multis here, and Platinum has jumped back to the sentry gun to safety. Only that one death onto TLR. Everything else is fine. Never mind. Sizer's going to run into the sentry gun unawares. YZ cleans up Banny, so that should halt a lot of the aggression, but the gun did go down. Jumps go here onto Platinum. Lansky is cleaned up. Shade caught out behind the rock. Cleaned up by YZ. YZ in the 1v1 will get taken out by Shrugger.
Tag is in on Medic. Ruin also goes down. Not worst case scenario, though, as that is the SOS coming in from my crazy bitch neighbor who's just so mad all the time, I guess. Okay.
You are a little bit loud, you know, I can understand.
I was excited. Medics died, man. You know, you get to get crazy when that happens. Right now, actually,
down. It was crazy.
It was crazy. BP is going to come in here. Enigma's still running NG. He's going to build his gun up on top of that catwalk area. I don't know why he's NG, but BP is going to have a really good chance of capping B right now just because they have heals before Ruben can get back. And actually Shade at a 30% advantage, which is definitely significant. So they're going to try to get in here to point. Banny does go down to the Harbaloo bomb. So somehow he got through all of the poke spam and drops the demo. Huge, huge pick. And Mixup has to try to win this fight now. But remember, Shade is 30% advantage, man.
You see YZ50 and Harbaloo were trying to move in through the flank there, but it just did not happen. BP positioned themselves well. Plat's going to extend very far here. The scout cleaned up by YZ, who gets the double kill off of it. And you can see this is where the pause happened in real time. And YZ50 knows he has to make a play. He's going to eat a direct rocket from Lansky in the tunnel, though, forced to back off. That Uber is up right now for Shade.
It is a Shade crits, by the way. We both missed that.
It's a crit.
Yeah, so he's going to go through C with it.
They get it on Banny Cam then right now. He's going to be coming in through the catwalk. Ruin has his Uber. There is a soldier at C that's going to be forced back into spawn here. Banny's moving out through the door. Company calls one. The crits is going to go. He doesn't know where anybody is. Pops it. Shoots two stickies. Gets nothing. Combo onto Banny right now. Lansky is down. Banny is so low. The rest stickies up protecting him. And Tagarung on no health. So BP forced to back this up. They wanted to go for the heavy push with Sizer here, but it did not work out. The benefit for BP, since they still have crit streak, they have an advantage. And since they're in position on A, it's very difficult for Mixup to back up and retreat to the catwalk, so they're just going to get caught in here. Mixup are going to have to fight for their lives, cornered in to this point.
Yep, Shade definitely going to have fun with this crit streak. They're going out of that short area, connector area. Banny didn't get a fair crits there as Mixup had Uber ready to go. My stream chat is a big fan of my neighbor. I'm going to, like, print this out and show it to her. Like, listen, these are the people that want you to stop being crazy, bitch. Big bomb from Harbaloo onto Shade, who took some big damage. He's down to 50 health out in that short area, but the crits is in. Harbaloo is dead. The heavy is out of short, but he can't really kill that gun that Enigma has expertly put up. There's the crits coming in. Enigma does go down along with his gun. Platinum goes down. The Uber is in. Shade is under pressure by Tyler. Shade is dead by Tyler. Tyler onto Banny. Big Uber here. Somehow turning this around is Tyler and company. YZ. There's still a heavy. The heavy is down. Did Ruin stay alive? No, he did not. It's a 2-on-1 on 0. Shrugger down. Big hold by Mixup. 2-20 and counting. Can Mixup do this?
Shade has a slight spawn advantage here. He's actually going to go with the Uber rather than the Kritzkrieg. Only going to be about 10, maybe 15% because Ruin has just gotten up. BP should be able to take this if they get in quickly, but Mixup are pretty aggressive. They do have that sentry still up. Hardblue is in position on the point to contest anything that comes there, and Mixup combo is coming back in. Platinum is in position to do some spam. Tag is on the roof, though. Sentry's going to go down to Bandy's long-range spam, but YZ's getting engaged by both scouts. Hardblue with the counter jump to help out his flank buddy. Ruin is playing very safe back at the catwalk, just wants to stay and see, but they have committed a lot of players in here. Plat's going to go down. Enigma as well. Hardblue craters, and we've seen that before on some high-stakes gravel pit maps. Right now, Shade at 85. Ruin did not get to build much. He's even separated from his pocket right now. 6 versus 2. BP pushing it already. They don't even have the cap. All the spawns are here for Mixup. Will BP be able to fend off this new wave? Banny and his medic are climbing. Up top, the big bomb's coming in. Soldier and Demo. Uber's going to be forced on the point. B-Cap finally goes. 1:15 left in the round. 6 times stack. Can they contest this? Here it comes. Enigma's up there. Banny's down. They don't have anyone left who can jump besides Platinum, and he is not in position. That will be 1 round to BP. Very tense, though. Came up much closer than we expected after that initial failed push by Mixup in the first half.
Wow. Okay, that round was started out like I was really scared that we, you know,
to lag out.
Another match that we were. Am I back?
You are laggy. You have returned though, slightly
okay,
kind of.
Sorry. My neighbor's just ripping out cords. She's got a Cat 5 cord in her teeth, so I'll stop talking. Fragile, why don't you tell us what you saw in that first half? Looked like Mixup held B perfectly until BP took it from them, and they just were overextended. We are going to start. We have that setup time. So, what do you think of that first half?
I thought it was obviously extremely close. Mixup, I think Mixup would have done better when they were attacking, but they just, you know, whenever your first push fails like that, especially if like your med gets deaded on, it really just throws you like out of the groove of things. So I think that messed them up pretty hard. I mean, of course, but other than that, it's going exactly how I expected, where it's like really close and everything. The thing I was a little confused about is Ruin had about, I think, 85% in spawn at the very end of that last round, and he kind of just stayed in spawn by himself while everyone else went out. Like, I don't know why he didn't go out and get that Uber and then stop the point with it. But I mean, other than that, this is an awesome match so far.
It was a great play by BP. I mean, just to close that in, to have both scouts cap, understand with only 2 up, they couldn't possibly hold them out, and they couldn't. Mixup had to go back to spawn, and at that moment, BP just climbed with everybody. And yeah, the lack of Uber, very, very close, because if Ruin had that Uber, was able to keep Tyler alive, spam that point, all of BP was up there, DJC, as we are going to start. Mixup is going to defend to start this round out, and I see a tear has come to my eye. I see a direct hit in the possession of Tag, and I hope that there is an air shot.
Tag, I think, expects the same position gun from Enigma, which is exactly what's happened. He is moving out long, though. That direct hit has been spotted. The scout is onto him. Problem with the direct hit, he has to hit these close-range rockets. He doesn't even get the chance. YZ50 all over him. Tag was just tunnel visioning the medic. Enigma now rotates his sentry back behind the point. Kind of the shadow spot that we normally call it, but not really. Has he moved it? Yeah, he has. It's just slightly off to the side. Very weird position, but that's what Enigma likes to do. He has a lot of fun playing NG. Looks like we will once again see the A to B connector push here. Lansky and Benny going to push through the tunnel with their medic Shade with this Uber. Last time they got a very early pick onto TLR on the roof. They spot off the sticky trap.
Stickies.
Wow.
No, but there's right above him. There's 3 stickies. No one has looked up right here. He could dead right now and kill the medic. Oh my god. Please, please. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Shade goes down. He did have a heart attack. He got deaded on finally by Platinum. It was like, oh. And that is a turn of tables on the first round. Shade gets no Uber to start. Wow. DJC, what?
The instant push there from BP afterwards, and that's honestly kind of the new thing in sticky traps. Most people know to look here, and they see a sticky trap, and it's like, yeah, man, I got it, we're clear, don't worry. And it's really just bait. They put them somewhere else. It's become really common in Europe. Haven't seen it so much in America, but it would be fantastic if that became a thing because it's so mind-gamey and bizarre. Hardblue is at spawn right now trying to fight off this scout, and gives him a little bit of the whoopsie-doodle in chat. as the play is going on, but BP know they're slightly behind on Uber, so they switch to the Kritzkrieg. Shade is going to have a slim advantage here, but they have not been building as well as Mixup right now. Ruin is actually ahead Uber versus Kritzkrieg, which is not a situation you see very often. Harblu's going to engage that scout, take Sizer down. Bomb's going to come in here. I think they realize they need to force for this to work. Lansky, Banny going to die. Platt is dead. Ruin only down to about half. It's just Shrugger alive, and he's stuck building in spawn. As some very fun t-shirts that Mihai's Flow wore a few seasons ago say, Shrugger build. That's the best role a scout can have.
I forgot that. That's true. That's very funny. Alright, so they're going to take the crits. Looks like they're going to, Shade is going to drop down out of the A side, so we're going to waste a little bit more time here. We're at 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Harbaloo is going to say hello and goodbye to Shrugger. He's actually going to walk up to the combo and do some damage. Banny taken down to 38 from Harbaloo, who's very aggressive, doing what we saw Shrugger do for BP, control C and A, and call out. So now the team definitely knows, I'm not sure if they know crits is coming, DJC, but they know that the push is coming out of C, so Mixup can react. Here's a crit. And they're going to pop right there, so Platinum is going to get that flash. Oh my god, he's actually going to get dead on by a crit and go down. Oh, he got just out of the Uber range, and that's disastrous because now the push is going to come in with no demo to defend, and Harbu actually isn't in this fight either.
Yeah, and Sizer's actually coming out of long as Heavy. He took a lot of damage. Here comes the flank, though. Harblue onto the medic does a lot of damage there to the 3 players stacked up. Doesn't really amount too much, though, and Ruin is once again stuck in B pretty deep. Shade nowhere near the crits, is going to call it and fake it, see if he can trick the Mixup boys. Sentry's still up, but Enigma has gone down, so they're just dealing with this slowly. Ruin is in a very bad spot. Scout is onto him. Ooh, Shrugger cleans up TLR. Shade is very low as well, down to 45. Ruin's going to go down. Scout rushes in to make the play. YZ takes him down to 11 health.
Will Platt jump after it? No, Platt is not going to do that. Enigma, I'm sorry, YZ50 took Shade down so low, 10 health away. Shade now has crits. Repeat performance of last map. Are they going to try to get in and take this fight away already? But Platinum has got stickies up this time. Crits is going to be really hard to break through the stalemate. Are they going to take it through B? I guess they are. Or they're thinking about it. No, they're going to go back through A. They know they have plenty of advantage, but this is going to be much closer for Ruin getting his Uber than BP may have had it. But again, you don't want to lose everybody trying to push through those doors without the benefit of invulnerability. But Ruin, 55% and building, this is going to be very, very close.
It looks like Platinum has read the play correctly. He's sticking the main entrance there, which is where you commonly crits from. Banny is ready. The crits is ready. The crits has been popped. Will Platinum get this debt? Enigma's going to go down. Banny throws a sticky on the ground and just plants a few crits up top. They stack it times 6. Soldier's going to bomb it. Harvey gets 1 kill. Does a ton of damage. Plat stickies will clean up Shrugger. Sizer down to the 1v1. Banny's going to fly off and crater at the end. YZ50's moving up, though, trying to kill Shade, who's on the point with a soldier. The big bomb from TLR. Lansky with a double kill. He's going to win it. Oh my god.
I thought there was no chance Mixup lost that. Oh, Lansky collected 2 big splash rockets onto both targets. Lansky, hero of the round. He's had a great day of TF2. It's like the most frags of the day for ESEA tonight. Wow. Okay, so 4:58, call it 5 minutes for Mixup to try to beat, and they're definitely capable of doing that. It is a good time, maybe even an average time, I guess you could say. But against BP trying to break their stellar hold, that is going to be really hard. But what a finish to that round, DJC. Holy crap.
Yeah, BP even saying, well, we know we have a decent enough time. Why don't we just turtle the hell out of B? They go with the engineer and the heavy. Gonna build in a at spawn, maybe? Trying to find Shrugger right now and see where he's gone. He's actually just now arriving with that sentry, gonna plant it right on that health pack platform, deny any aggression from Mixup. Do see Harblue starting off on the sniper. Will be interesting to see if he stays with it. He tried it last night. I don't think he was very successful, but they need a big pick right now. They need something to break the defense at B that BP have set up. Harblue spots out the stickies. He's gonna eat a little bit of damage, try and peek out, but he's taken a ton of spam down to 20 and has cleaned it up. Right now, Platt's moving out long, though, wants to make the bomb. Just very slow play from Mixup here, not the quick aggression. Platt is rotated back to short, trying to get some spam. They know where everyone is right now. Are they going to go for the aggression, the suicide, or the push here?
Well, they're not going to push right now until the scouts are ready to go. They're still capping A. Platinum is trying to spam and dodge and just kind of get a call out. But the red soldiers are just shoving him back in, cramming him back in there. And looks like the push, instead of going through that short area, through the connector. They're going to go out through the B tunnels, which is just sticky heaven. I don't know where Banny's stickies are. He's got them all over the place in long, but they're pretty close to the lip of the exit, so we're going to have to go see what Mixup is going. They're actually going to have to go right through these stickies. Can they get through cleanly? Harblue is out. He's jumping around doing the roamer thing, but he's going to get killed by the stickies. Both Ubers are going to get popped here by what we call Big Rock. A lot of multiing going on by Shade, which is going to cut the Uber time down, but there is a level 3 and a Russian, and that's going to be too much to deal with. Tyler is going to escape into the heavens, does drop Banny. Ruin does go down, though, to Tag. What a better roamer play there. Big Rock still is where the fight is happening. Heavy, and there's Tag flanking the demo. Tag onto Platinum, and that is going to cue, I guess, a push now from the remaining blue forces trying to get onto Shade, but no, Harblue is going to get cleaned up. Heavy NG, so strong.
Mixup wanted to make some kind of push there, but the problem is when you go in without getting the sentry gun, their plan was just to avoid it, come in from a different angle. It means that your flank can't get in because that sentry is still there. Sugar actually going to switch off of Engineer. They're going to go with the Fat Man defense here. Sizers are going to have to play a very big role here behind the point. Mixup are behind significantly on Uber, but there's still plenty of time to get some pushes in. Harblue's actually going to spawn heavy himself, and they're going to move with no Uber, but Enigma's already down. YZ as well, Banny getting huge spam, great damage. Harblue was jumping out, and the force has come. Good spot, Seabear. I was paying too much attention to that tunnel of death.
I don't know why he forced. Shade was at 150, but the man who's milked more Ubers than anyone, maybe he thought someone was going to die that he couldn't afford to lose, or maybe crits was coming, but that is the break that Mixup needs because Ruin has his Uber while he's at 99. I guess he's waiting to heal until he gets here to call the Uber, but again, he's going to have to crawl through Banny's Tunnel of Doom, yeah, and they are going to get through, but at what cost? The Uber multi so many times, they're barely going to have any charge left. And look at BP's movement as a team. They're all the way back and out, not losing a single player on that push. Shade is at 70%. He's going to have it right now, or in about 5 seconds. Cap point going down, but the roof control is what's crucial here. Can they get on the roof and spam down into this point? Mixup knows they're in a lot of trouble. Here comes BP circling around. They're going to drop Tyler. Uber's going to get popped out. BP, what a play. My God, they're going to push them off the point. And Mixup, they do keep Ruin alive for now, but they are out 145. BP, amazing.
Yeah, very great hold there. Mixup had a nice idea, but BP had an even better one. Let's just run away and not actually fight anything here. And Mixup did get forced. It was just very smart play, very good movement from BP. Gravel Pit's all about rotating, knowing what you can afford to do, where you can afford to go. And usually you have to know, okay, they're coming from this way, I'm going to move over to the catwalk right now. Sizer is going to... Actually, that's a dead ringer spy, sorry.
I have
crashed at the last
so
second. You crashed, so it's me solo casting. That'll be great for a fun little time here because I have been just awful on it casting. Mixup are moving in from the catwalk area. They have milked this Uber for a very long time. Shade still doesn't have it. Pop is going to go here. Ruin does not have anyone to flash. Harblue has died. YZ as well. 2 big picks from Shrugger. And Mixup have done nothing. They lose Platinum. 1 pick here onto the Roamer. It's not going to matter. Ruin's down as well. 50 seconds left. And Mixup have wiped here. BP with a spectacular hold. Once again, just in the perfect positioning for the push. They were sitting back behind the rock when the catwalk push came in. Mixup have already called the GG. In fact, knowing that it's mathematically impossible to finish this one off now, this will be a 2-0 in BP's favor.
Yep, and that is unfortunate. Mixup, I just got...
We actually saw a 5 kill from Sugar there. Seabear once again lags out. That is pretty nuts.
Back in to
Sugar's
see
great.
BP. Oh, I wish I would have saw that. Damn it. Platinum's gonna get 2, but it's over. Am I lagging? Am I lagging?
You're lagging so hard. Your neighbor right now is just chewing on their Ethernet cable in a frenzy.
Alright, well GG is gonna go. That is it. BP stays undefeated as I lag, apparently, still. Am I lagging still?
You are fine,
Hello?
Seabear.
Hello?
You are okay now.
Kicked her off my Cat 5 cord. And that is it, GG. BP, very, very good. That hold where they all went back up top together as a unit. Didn't lose anybody on the Mixup Uber. Just so good. I don't think any other team in the game could have pulled that off the way they did. And that definitely won them the game. So 2-0, they're going to win.
Yeah, not really much to say. BP just, once again, looked like the better team, the best team, in fact, that we have in North America.
Yep.
And they were winning most of those fights 5v6, keep in mind, because Shrugger spent pretty much the entirety of the B defense in both rounds sitting at C and came into the fight late, and BP were still able to dominate. And when Sugar did come in, it was making an already uneven fight just insanely imbalanced. So we do have our invite expert here, the Fragile. What did you think of that second half, Fragile?
I think I guess it wasn't quite as close as the first half. At least that's what it seemed to me. It's just gravel pit's just a big momentum thing. Like if you can't get anything going, then you just feel really flustered. You feel like, I don't know, that nothing's working. And Mixup just couldn't get anything working at all. Pretty much every single Uber that they had, BP either did an excellent job just backing up and avoiding it, or they counter Ubered, and the counter Uber was a million times better, and then they would just, overwhelm them whenever Mixup's Uber ran out. So, Mixup just had, and then Lansky making that giant play onto C, like, Mixup just couldn't get anything going at all.
Probably would have been a different round, although Mixup didn't get B in that second half. If Lansky, I thought that was definitely a Mixup win there, and Uber, it was like 85% for Ruin. If he would have stayed alive there, it would have been another minute at least shoot off. Maybe would have seen something else there, but Shrugger 5K, what the hell happened? I wish I would have seen it. I actually took my headphones off for a second, so he just cleaned up the fight and just killed everybody.
Mixup went in, and the Ubers were exchanged, and then Sugar just appeared as Mixup were already all half health, and Sugar wiped the team pretty much. It was just really great timing, really good team play that got Sugar the 5 kill, and a great individual effort as well, obviously.
There's been a lot made of Fragile about people saying, how do you beat Banny? So I'm not going to ask you how to beat Banny, but in your opinion, what's the key to beating BP as a team? They look so good right now. Are they going to go undefeated, and how are you going to try to beat them next time you play them?
Are they going to go undefeated? It's possible, considering they don't play us anymore this season, and they don't play Mixup anymore this season, I don't think. But how do you take them on? You really have to play solid, and you have to watch Banny. You can't really let him do whatever he wants. Like, you have to keep a good eye on him, and if there's a good opportunity to pressure him or even kill him, like a few times that Hardblue did, those are opportunities you need to take, because he deals ridiculous damage and he is such a key role on his team. But I mean, other than that, all the players on BP are very good. There's no real weak link on that team.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the task of having to beat them, for sure. I'd be like, no, I would not. I'm not going to do it. I'll just not try. I'm going to hang out with my neighbor instead. We're going to have ourselves some time. All right, well, DJC, do you have any questions anymore? We usually get people in for interviews, but it doesn't look like we're going to do that tonight because we're lazy, I think. Anything else you want to say or ask before we go?
I'm good. I think I've had enough gravel pit for this week.
Yeah, well, you have to play it still tomorrow, don't you? Or something?
I have to play it Sunday.
Sunday. I was going to say, why were you scrimming it still? You guys, yeah. Well, it's almost over for you, buddy. And, okay, well, we're done here for this week. G-Pit Week it's coming on here on TFTV, and it was fun. Congratulations again to BP. I want to say thank you to the Fragile for joining us. Actually, Fragile, do you have any shout-outs you want to give? Since you're not a regular here, thank you for joining us, and shout-outs for you.
The only shout out I ever really give is just to my cats. That's it.
Oh, there's so many cats. How many cats do you have?
2.
Oh, okay. Do you shave their butts ever?
No.
Okay, yeah. We'll tell this. I got more people asking about the shape of my cat's the hair on his rear end. I guess, guys, sometimes when cats are too hairy, they can't get the. I'm trying to think of a clean way to say this. Sometimes poo gets stuck in the hair and then it smells bad, so you have to cut the hair. But my cat's hair is like straw, and I don't possess equipment to do it, nor the desire to cut my cat's hair in that area. So I had to take him to the vet, and yeah, so that was it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm sorry. But anyway, that is going to be it. The best sign-off in our casting history. Yes! Mr. Slyn manning the camera. Great job filling in for Lang, who we believe is figuring out his lag and should be back next week, we think. But Slyn is always great to have in on the camera. Prettiest stream in TF2. All right, for DJC, Slyn, and the Fragile, I am Seabear, wishing you guys a happy weekend, and we will see you next week, at least on Monday for some Highlander action. But have a good weekend, and we will see you next week.